Yes, in part. I'm aware there is some controversy. I can't say that I'm very conversant in it or why it exists, but I do understand that there is some question about his credentials. Well, we know him by the name of Daniel Lee,
Okay.
and he was he matriculated in Stanford University in 98, 99,
Okay.
and he graduated with 2 degrees, a Bachelor of Arts degree in English
Okay.
in 2001,
Mm-hmm.
and a Master of Arts degree in English in 2002. Stanford has what is referred to as a coterminal program.
Mm-hmm.
It allows students to extend their stay while they're pursuing their bachelor's degree, to also pursue graduate work for an additional year, typically,
Okay.
and earn that master's degree before they depart. And in Daniel's case, he was a very good student, and he had an accelerated pace. He took the maximum number of credits you can take in any given quarter so that he could finish sooner. Well, our records do not have the birth date on them. We do that on purpose because people often fear that a record could be used against an individual in employment, for example, in an age discrimination
Yes.
kind of. So we don't keep that record.
Okay.
We certainly keep the record of his academic work
Mm-hmm.
here, and that's the record that certainly now has been well publicized
Mm-hmm.
in Korea. Anyone that's interested in this case will can easily see that. You can Google it now. The documentation that we submitted in support of Daniel's claims.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you,
I'm
Professor.
the university registrar. It's my job to keep the records.
Mm-hmm.
I am the chief steward for the university. Um, my records have to meet legal challenge.
Okay.
If they are inaccurate, falsified, wrong, then I could be challenged legally. I could lose my job. If I lost my job, I'd lose my livelihood.
Yeah.
My reputation of 32 years would be impugned. So I have nothing to gain other than to produce records accurately.
Okay.
In this case, since I've been the registrar of Stanford since the year 2007, I routinely produce the documentation that Daniel had requested in the normal way that we produce such documentation that we would produce for any other alumnus, and send it to him. I, because of the controversy, I had to produce additional documents, which I'm glad to do, and I would do for any other alumnus as well.
Okay.
I stand by these documents. I would take them into a court of law of the United States. I'd take them to the court of law of the Republic of Korea.
Mm-hmm.
I'd take them into world court.
From not really directly from Stanford, but another organization that is doing that type of service.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the National Student Clearinghouse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we send them data
Mm.
because they provide a service to verify degrees.
Okay.
They have hours of operation that extend hours.
Okay.
So in the United States, there are 4 time zones. And so a business in the East Coast, for example, that wants to verify a degree on the West Coast, they have to wait until the office is open.
Mm-hmm.
So the National Student Clearinghouse is on the East Coast. So it fits that they are an agent of ours to confirm the degrees of ours. So the fact that, again, I go back to the routine, normal way of doing business, all the documentation has proved to the singular fact that Daniel Lee has graduated from Stanford University. Even documents here, which I'll show you, Daniel Lee's name is in, for example, the 2001 commencement book. I could go to that page. And he's also here in the 2002 commencement book. To the front, this is the commencement book of 2002. Okay, and here would be his entry. He's received a Master of Arts conferred on that date, and here his listing. So here is the June 17, 2001 annual commencement. And there is his listing there. It has a certain format. It even has a different title of our office. That's been prepared. We've had this paper for a long time. Certainly, it's the same format as what was shown when Daniel printed his transcript in 2002. The only thing different is my name is listed as the registrar instead of my colleague and predecessor, Roger Printup. The paper is essentially the same. We haven't changed it much. There's another document that I produced, which is an electronic version of the transcript. And when we built that in 2008, it slightly. In that document, I identified the office as the office of the university registrar because I was signing it as a university registrar, so I simply then titled the office. Some people called into question the variance of that. There's nothing to that. It's just a difference of the two documents. They are different. One is an electronic document and one's a paper document. But it doesn't mean the content matches on both. So the content has not changed. And I'm ready to certify both documents. And then I further produced another document, which is a statement attesting to the record of Daniel. With our copy. So this is part of our legal documents that we keep. So I can't speak to that, and I'm not going to attempt to. You know, I can only speak to the record that I have and that I'm the steward over. And I'm producing that record in good faith on what I know. And so if there is something irregular about the person of Daniel Lee, that is not for me to verify or not. That is for other discovery. Is time what determines an educated person, or is it the knowledge? Now, Daniel, as far as I can tell, I wasn't here, pushed himself to the maximum effort, and his record shows that. And he acquired his education at a rate that is remarkable. But it's all within our rules and regulations. There's nothing irregular about his record. Nothing. And any other student of that capacity, and it's notable he has this capacity. In fact, fellow Koreans should be very proud of him because of his great capacity. It speaks to and honors to them. Instead, too many want to not acknowledge what a talented person he really is.
You want to keep offsetting more Korean students, right?
Yes, we do.